I'm very confused about the language, the very vague political propaganda language being used by a lot of my liberal friends on social media lately. I don't watch the news. I'm not political. I don't know what's going on politically in the world right now. I could care less, honestly. Couldn't care less. And so there's a lot of messaging from my liberal friends about how terrible the world is right now, how unsafe it is to live in America. We just had 4th of July yesterday. This evening, we're going to be watching fireworks and stuff. So yeah, we're celebrating America. And all my liberal friends are like, poo poo, blah, blah, blah. Life is terrible. And I don't know why, because I don't watch the news. Like, I'm out here in my overgrown garden, and life is good. Life was not always good. I was in an abusive marriage. I deconstructed Christianity. But to me, I don't understand what is wrong, because I don't watch the news. And you can see how my reality, and I mean, I feel like, a lot of these people who are my friends who are liberals, they're very spiritual. They understand manifestation. They understand about choosing your words wisely and your thoughts, and that if you say, what you say about your life, the negativity is true. They understand these things, and yet they continually put out on social media and also just in passing discussions with them about, oh, what is going on right now with everything that's going on right now. It's very vague. I don't know what's going on. I like have bits and pieces, like it has to do with immigration, illegal immigrants, Medicaid, things like that, like Medicaid being cut. I don't know. I mean, I'm not political. I'm not watching the news. So these people that are putting things out on social media for people like me who aren't following the news, they're putting out this negativity that I'm supposed to accept. And it's very vague. And to me, it's like propaganda. Like, I'm supposed to agree with them that life is awful. It's terrible. People are being just totally mistreated in the world somewhere. I don't know where. I guess in America they're being deported there. I don't know, because that's not my reality. Where I live in rural America, and I'm sorry if this is small-minded, but this is the way life was always before we had TVs and news outlets. And also know that the news, they only let you see what you want to see. So if they want you to be upset and negative, that's what you get. So you're playing into their hand. If you're upset because you're watching the news, that's exactly how you're supposed to be. So going back to what I was saying about manifestation, and these people are spiritual, and they should know that we create our own reality. We are creators of our own reality. And so they, by perpetuating this messaging that we're getting from the news outlets, the propaganda of, oh, what is going on in America right now is so terrible, and you're like very vague about it. That's the messaging, this collective anxiety about the state of things because the big orange man is in power. It's like childish. I don't know if it's like, oh, our guy didn't win, our team didn't win, so now we're sore losers, and life is hard because he's in power and he's corrupt, and so for the next 4 years we have to be upset and anxious about the state of America because the person in charge we don't agree with. But it's very disconnected from your personal reality. My personal reality is standing in nature. Nothing is coming to harm me. Life is not hard. Life is easy. Life is as easy as I want it to be. Life is as hard as I want it to be. America is as unfair as I want it to be. The president is as controlling and terrible as I want him to be because I create my own reality. People are suffering in the world because I am conscious that they are suffering, and so I'm just further perpetuating their suffering by bitching and complaining about people suffering in the world instead of actually doing something for a change. Like, maybe I shouldn't watch the news and I should make sure that my family is fed, my family is not suffering. Maybe I should get along with my immediate community, putting aside my political beliefs and being fully present in where I'm at and finding where in reality here and now needs to be addressed. Is there suffering right here, right now? Like I said, I was in an abusive relationship, so I had suffering in my day-to-day life that needed to be dealt with. And how I changed that was not changing the person who abused me. It was changing myself to be someone who could not be abused. It was finding my power from within to change my immediate surroundings. And then that's what changes the rest of the world. As within, so without. As above, so below. So if you're complaining about America and caught up in the political propaganda of the way we should feel, we should be outraged, we should be upset all the time about what's going on. What's going on is this. This is going on. Like, I saw a girl post this like pretty picture of this little tree frog. She teaches yoga. She's very spiritual, very liberal, and she said, of the picture of the tree frog, she's like, I'm focusing on this tree frog right now because everything else is so out of control and terrible, or whatever. I don't know what she said. I screenshotted it. I might include the screenshot somewhere. And it was like such an example of the liberal spirit right now. It's like, yes, you're observing this beautiful tree frog who has no idea what's going on at the border, in the White House, politics, all these things. Like, if you really think about it, they're not real. That is not reality. Reality was the tree frog meditating, just being itself, existing on the tree. And she could have all of her energy and attention on that beautiful tree frog and the lesson that it was teaching her right then about the nature of reality, the nature of God, existence, consciousness. But instead, she was dwelling mentally on something that was not real. It's only real because she's out there looking at social media or the news. When you're looking at that, you're consuming that information, it becomes real. So, and I'm not saying that these things aren't real. Like, I just said that. I'm saying, just like, okay, here's an example. Think of Satan or the devil. Does he really exist? I used to be a Christian, so obviously, back then I believed that Satan is real, the devil's real, he's out there, he's causing us to do all these bad things. So now my belief is not, oh, is Satan real? It is, I think Satan is real because we have created him to be real, because there's so many people reinforcing the idea that he is real and he is out there, that he has become a creation and a collection of all the dark, evil things that people want to put on him instead of taking responsibility for that themselves. So yes, Satan is real, but in a way that we have created him in our minds and in the spiritual realms. So he's not really like dwelling here, like you can see him with your eyes. but he is real in the way that he is out there somewhere causing havoc, and it is affecting us through some very far-reaching way. So, but the more you say Satan is real and he isn't affecting me. When you're a Christian, you're gonna see demons. You're gonna have all these, oh, the enemy, he's attacking me, because you're believing in that negative energy. Same thing with liberals. So that girl who was looking at the frog on the tree, and she was saying, I'm just trying to enjoy this frog right now, but because the world is so terrible. So the world is terrible. The Satan is the accuser in the Bible. So she's believing in the orange man out there who's so terrible, or she's believing that there are tons of people out there getting deported, when she's not really out there observing that. She's observing the tree frog. So in a way, she is making that negative reality come to her. She is calling that in because she's constantly dwelling on these negative thoughts of the orange man, Satan, what have you. So hopefully that makes sense. Like, you create your own reality. If the world sucks to you, yes, it sucks. So we don't ignore injustices that are immediately coming to our attention, because that's the work we need to do, is here. And that's something that TV, social media, computers are keeping us disconnected from right here. They should be connecting us with, other people in other countries who are doing the same kind of work we're doing, and we can come together on Zoom or whatever and do great in the world. It shouldn't be connecting you to trauma, things that are not your burden in the here and now, and you're not called to be anxious about and dwell on, because there is bad in the world. But my view now on things that are bad and negative and evil is that all is God. It says in the Bible, I create light, I create darkness, I create good, I create evil, says the Lord. I the Lord, do all these things. So God, and if you believe everything is connected, God is omnipresent, then God is causing all these things. So you have to figure out how to accept the negative. Yes, I'm coming. My kids are calling me. So I'm coming. So yeah. In the here and now. Here I am with my kids. I need to stop being the bitchy one on my camera talking about other people, because now I'm doing it too. I am gonna go jump with my kids on a trampoline, because that is life right now, and life is great, and life is whatever I say it is. If I say life is bad, it is bad. If I say America is bad, it is bad. If I say America is great, make America great again, then it's gonna be great, because I create my own reality.